In the small town of Ravenswood, where the shadows seemed to linger a little longer and the secrets whispered through generations, Sarah's life took a horrifying turn. It was a place where the air carried the weight of unspoken mysteries, and the curse that haunted her family unfolded with a chilling reality on a seemingly ordinary night after her 15th birthday. The lineage of tragedy had begun with her great-grandmother, continued with her grandmother, and now, as Sarah stood at the precipice of her own fate, the malevolent force that had claimed the lives of the women before her loomed ominously. Sarah was an ordinary teenager with dreams as vast as the starlit sky. Her days were filled with the hustle and bustle of high school, the monotony of studying, and the comforting routine of everyday life. Little did she know that the ghosts of her family's past were preparing to knock on the door of her present. The story unfolded like a sinister symphony, playing the notes of terror in the quietude of night. Sarah had just finished her studies, the soft glow of her phone casting an ethereal light in the dimness of her room. Little did she know that the tranquility of that night was about to shatter into a million pieces. The call from her mother cut through the stillness like a blade. "Sarah, come downstairs!" The urgency in her mother's voice sent shivers down her spine. While Sarah had grown accustomed to her mother's quirks and routines, the unusual lateness of the hour hinted at something far more ominous. Descending the stairs with a cautious curiosity, she approached her mother's room. As she reached for the doorknob, the door swung open, and her mother pulled her inside in a haste that reeked of fear. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as her mother barricaded the door with a desk. The room, once a sanctuary, now felt like a cage, trapping them in a nightmare. Her mother's eyes betrayed a terror that Sarah had never witnessed before. "I heard it too," she whispered, her voice trembling like a leaf in the wind. Before Sarah could comprehend the gravity of the situation, her mother pointed towards a closet, her eyes pleading, "Go in there and don't make a sound." Confusion and fear etched on her face. Sarah complied. The seconds crawled by, each tick of the clock echoing in her ears. Then, the horrifying reality crashed through the door. The banging was ferocious, a force that seemed beyond the realm of the living. A voice, distorted and guttural, screamed her name. "Sarah! Saru!" Her mother clung to her phone, desperately dialing 911 as if the numbers were the lifeline that could pull them from the abyss. The door, frail against the onslaught, shattered with a deafening crash. The entity that entered the room was a grotesque nightmare, tall and inhuman, with multiple arms and the face of her own mother twisted into a grotesque mask. The nightmare unfolded in slow motion. The creature, a demonic manifestation of her mother, attacked with claws that seemed to rend the fabric of reality itself. Sarah watched in helpless horror as her mother's body was mutilated beyond recognition. Limbs torn away, the lower jaw ripped off, eyes rolled into the back of her head. A grotesque tableau of a mother's love twisted into a macabre nightmare. Yet, amidst the chaos, the creature never ceased its horrific chant. "Sarah! Saru!" The sound reverberated through the room, a cacophony of agony that seared itself into Sarah's soul. In a desperate bid for survival, she hid in the closet, the world outside reduced to the muffled sounds of her own breath and the monstrous howls that echoed through the night. The creature tore through the room, a storm of malevolence unleashed upon the ordinary life Sarah had once known. Miraculously, it didn't think to check the closet, and Sarah cowered in the darkness, praying for salvation. Abruptly, the chaos ceased. The room, once a battleground, fell into an eerie silence. As Sarah mustered the courage to peek out from the closet, the night had swallowed the grotesque intruder. It was as if the very fabric of reality had rejected the monstrous aberration. Cautiously emerging from her hiding place, Sarah's eyes fell upon the lifeless body of her mother. The once vibrant woman who had brought her into the world lay cold and broken. In that moment, the weight of the curse that had plagued her family for generations pressed down upon her. The room, a macabre testament to the horrors that had transpired, became a graveyard of memories. Sarah clung to her mother's lifeless form, tears streaming down her face as grief and shock enveloped her like a suffocating shroud. Hours passed like an eternity, and as dawn painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, Sarah's resolve solidified. With a heavy heart, she left her mother's side to make the dreaded call to 911. Yet, in the distance, a haunting voice called out to her, "Sarah, Sarah, Saru!" The tendrils of terror reached out once more, threatening to pull her back into the abyss. Yet, she steeled herself against the malevolent force that lingered in the shadows. The mysteries that had haunted her family for generations had now become a chilling reality, and as she dialed the emergency number, she knew that the horrors of that night would forever be etched into the tapestry of her existence. The authorities arrived, their questions met with a haunted silence. As the investigation unfolded, the town of Ravenswood grappled with a darkness that transcended the boundaries of their understanding. The tale of Sarah's nightmarish encounter became a cautionary legend, whispered in hushed tones by those who believed in the thin veil between the seen and the unseen. In the days that followed, Sarah sought solace in the fragments of normalcy that remained. The funeral, a somber affair, marked the end of her mother's earthly journey. Yet the questions that haunted her persisted. Why did this curse befall her family, and what malevolent force lurked in the shadows, claiming the lives of the women when they turned 15? Determined to unravel the mysteries that bound her family to the supernatural, Sarah delved into the archives of Ravenswood. Old manuscripts, dusty tomes, and whispered secrets led her down a path that twisted through the town's dark history. She discovered that Ravenswood had always been a haven for the arcane, a place where ancient pacts and curses lingered like phantoms in the mist. As Sarah delved deeper into the shadows, she uncovered a lineage tainted by a deal struck with an otherworldly entity generations ago. The curse was a consequence of a pact gone awry, a debt unpaid that demanded the sacrifice of the women in her family every 15 years. Armed with this knowledge, Sarah embarked on a journey to break the shackles that bound her family to the malevolent force. The quest led her to cryptic rituals, hidden chambers, and encounters with the supernatural that tested the limits of her courage. Along the way, she formed alliances with those who had faced similar horrors, weaving a tapestry of camaraderie against the darkness that sought to consume them. In the heart of Ravenswood, Sarah confronted the ancient entity that had plagued her family for generations. The final showdown unfolded in a place where reality and the supernatural converged, a desolate cemetery where the echoes of the past resonated through the tombstones. The entity, a grotesque manifestation of malevolence, confronted Sarah with the haunting familiarity of her mother's face. Yet, this time, Sarah stood unyielding, armed not with fear, but with the knowledge that had become her weapon against the supernatural. A battle ensued, a clash between the mortal and the otherworldly. The air crackled with the energy of ancient forces, and as the moon cast its ethereal glow upon the battleground, Sarah uttered incantations that reverberated through the dimensions. The entity fought fiercely, but Sarah's determination and newfound understanding of her family's curse proved to be a formidable weapon. In a crescendo of otherworldly energies, the entity wailed in defeat. The curse that had bound Sarah's family for generations shattered like glass, and the malevolent force dissipated into the night. Ravenswood, once a town held captive by the shadows, breathed a collective sigh of relief as the darkness retreated. The tale of Sarah's courage became a legend in Ravenswood, a story told by campfires to warn of the dangers that lurked in the unseen corners of the world. The curses that had haunted her family were broken, and the town slowly healed from the wounds inflicted by the supernatural. As Sarah stood amidst the remnants of her family's haunted past, she realized that her journey had not only freed her lineage from the grip of an ancient curse, but had also forged her into a guardian against the darkness that lurked in the periphery of the ordinary. The echoes of that fateful night would forever resonate within her, a reminder of the fragility of the boundary between the mundane and the supernatural. Yet, as the dawn painted the sky with hues of hope, Sarah embraced the new chapter of her life, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit against the malevolent forces that sought to extinguish the light. Months passed since that harrowing night, and Sarah struggled to rebuild her life amidst the fragments of the past. The town of Ravenswood, though scarred by the supernatural ordeal, slowly returned to a semblance of normalcy. Whispers of the curse and the girl who defied it lingered in the air, becoming a part of the town's folklore. Haunted by the memories of her mother's gruesome demise, Sarah sought solace in the company of those who shared similar tales of the paranormal. She formed an unlikely alliance with a group of individuals who had faced their own encounters with the supernatural, each carrying the weight of a personal nightmare. Together, they embarked on a journey to uncover the mysteries that had long been buried beneath the surface of Ravenswood. The town, once a haven for the arcane, revealed its secrets to those who dared to pry. As Sarah and her newfound companions delved into the esoteric, they discovered a network of ancient rituals, hidden societies, and the remnants of a supernatural underbelly that had thrived for centuries. The group, bonded by the shared trauma of their encounters, explored the town's archives, deciphering cryptic texts and deciphering long-forgotten languages. The shadows of Ravenswood, once a malevolent force that preyed upon the unsuspecting, now quivered as the light of understanding pierced through its veiled existence. Sarah's journey led her to a wise elder in the town, a guardian of arcane knowledge who had long kept the secrets of Ravenswood. As the elderly figure guided her through the pages of ancient manuscripts, Sarah learned of the origins of the curse that had tormented her family. Generations ago, a desperate ancestor had struck a deal with an otherworldly entity, seeking power and prosperity for their kin. However, the pact had soured, leading to a curse that demanded a gruesome toll every 15 years. The group discovered that the only way to sever the ties with the malevolent force was to confront the entity in a ritual that bridged the gap between the realms. Armed with this knowledge, Sarah and her companions prepared for a final confrontation with the supernatural entity that had cast its long shadow over Ravenswood. The ritual, an intricate dance between the mystical and the mortal, unfolded in a secluded chamber hidden beneath the town. As the incantations echoed through the dimly lit space, the air crackled with an otherworldly energy. Sarah faced the entity, a spectre of darkness that wore the faces of those she loved. The room became a battleground between the forces of light and the malevolence that sought to persist. The ritual reached its zenith, and as the final words were spoken, the entity convulsed in a symphony of anguish. The curse that had bound Ravenswood for centuries shattered, its remnants dissipating like mist in the morning sun. The town, once held captive by the supernatural, breathed a collective sigh of relief. Sarah, standing amidst the echoes of the ritual's aftermath, felt a weight lift from her shoulders. The curse that had claimed her mother and haunted her family was finally vanquished. The scars of the past began to heal, not just for Sarah, but for the entire town that had suffered under the shadow of the supernatural. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Ravenswood underwent a transformation. The darkness that had lurked in the corners of the town retreated, allowing the residents to reclaim their lives. Sarah, now a symbol of resilience and bravery, became a beacon of hope for those who had once lived in fear. The alliance of individuals who had faced the supernatural together remained bonded by the experiences they shared. They became guardians of Ravenswood, vigilant against the resurgence of malevolent forces. The group continued to explore the mysteries of the arcane, ensuring that the town remained vigilant against the encroaching shadows. Sarah, having found a new purpose in protecting others from the supernatural, dedicated herself to helping those who still carried the weight of curses and haunted pasts. Her journey had not only freed her family, but had also laid the foundation for a town that refused to be shackled by the chains of the paranormal. The legend of Sarah's courage spread beyond the boundaries of Ravenswood. Stories of the girl who defied a centuries-old curse became a source of inspiration for those who faced their own nightmares. The town, once known for its dark secrets, now stood as a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dared to challenge the unknown. As the years passed, Ravenswood transformed into a place where the supernatural was met with understanding rather than fear. The alliance of guardians, led by Sarah, ensured that the town remained a sanctuary against the encroaching darkness. The tale of that fateful night became a cautionary legend, a reminder that even in the face of unspeakable horrors, courage could triumph over the shadows. In the heart of Ravenswood, a memorial stood as a testament to the resilience of those who had faced the supernatural together. The names of the fallen were etched into stone, a somber reminder of the sacrifices made to break the curse that had plagued the town for generations. As Sarah gazed upon the memorial, she felt a sense of closure. The ghosts of her family's past, once tormented by the malevolent force, had finally found peace. Ravenswood, a town reborn from the ashes of its haunted history, stood as a beacon of hope in a world where the line between the ordinary and the supernatural remained thin. The story of Ravenswood, its struggles and triumphs against the paranormal, echoed through time. The town's legacy became a living testament to the power of unity, courage, and the unwavering spirit that could conquer even the darkest of nightmares. And so, Ravenswood, once a place shrouded in shadows, emerged into the light, a symbol of resilience and triumph over the supernatural forces that had sought to claim its soul. Years rolled by, and the legacy of Ravenswood's transformation into a haven for those touched by the supernatural continued to grow. Sarah, now a respected figure in the town, had become a guardian not only against the malevolent forces that sought to disturb the peace, but also a guide for those who grappled with the shadows of their own pasts. The alliance of guardians expanded, attracting individuals from neighboring towns who sought refuge from the paranormal. The once haunted town became a sanctuary, a place where those with otherworldly experiences could find understanding and support. Sarah's group evolved into a network of protectors, helping communities far and wide confront the inexplicable and navigate the treacherous waters of the supernatural. As Ravenswood flourished, its story spread like wildfire. Documentaries were made, books were written, and the town found itself thrust into the spotlight. People from across the country, drawn by the tales of courage and triumph, flocked to Ravenswood, turning it into a pilgrimage site for those seeking answers to the mysteries that haunted their own lives. Sarah's reputation as a guardian of the supernatural continued to grow, and she found herself at the forefront of a movement dedicated to understanding and confronting the unknown. Lectures, seminars, and conferences became a regular part of her life as she shared her experiences and knowledge with those hungry for insights into the mysteries of the paranormal. The Alliance of Guardians expanded its reach beyond Ravenswood, establishing branches in various towns and cities. Their mission was clear: to stand as beacons of hope for those living in the shadows, to unravel the mysteries that lurked in the corners of reality, and to ensure that no one had to face the supernatural alone. Sarah's personal journey took her to the far reaches of the country, encountering new challenges and mysteries in every corner. Alongside her fellow guardians, she faced entities that defied explanation, delved into ancient rituals that tested the limits of human comprehension, and provided solace to those who had been touched by the eerie and the unexplainable. As the alliance grew, so did the understanding of the supernatural. Scholars, scientists, and experts from various fields collaborated with the Guardians, seeking to bridge the gap between the scientific and the mystical. Ravenswood, once a town marred by curses, became a hub for cutting-edge research on the paranormal, attracting minds that yearned to unravel the secrets of the unseen. Despite the newfound acceptance of the supernatural in Ravenswood, the town remained vigilant. The Guardians continued their rituals and practices, ensuring that the malevolent forces that had plagued the town in the past never returned. It became a community effort, with each resident contributing to the town's safety, aware that the thin veil separating the ordinary from the extraordinary demanded constant vigilance. Sarah's personal life took unexpected turns. Bonds formed during the trials of the supernatural deepened into lasting connections. Romance bloomed amidst the shadows as some guardians found solace and love in the company of kindred spirits. Families formed within the alliance, creating a network of support that extended beyond the mysteries of the paranormal. As the town prospered, so did the Guardians' influence. Governments sought their expertise in dealing with unexplained phenomena, and alliances formed between the supernatural protectors and official agencies. The once quiet town of Ravenswood had become a beacon of unity, proving that even in the face of the inexplicable, communities could rise above fear and forge alliances that spanned the ordinary and the supernatural. Decades after that fateful night, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the town, Sarah stood at the memorial that bore the names of those who had sacrificed for Ravenswood's redemption. The town had evolved into a bastion of resilience, a testament to the indomitable spirit that could triumph over the darkest of adversities. As the stars twinkled overhead, a quiet peace settled over Ravenswood. The alliance of guardians, now spanning generations, continued its watchful vigil. The tales of the town's transformation were etched into the annals of supernatural history, inspiring those who face the unknown to stand united against the shadows. The legacy of Sarah, the girl who defied a centuries-old curse, lived on in the stories told by the firelight, passed down from one generation to the next. Ravenswood, once a town haunted by its past, had become a symbol of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit against the mysteries that lurked beyond the veil of the ordinary. In the quietude of the night, as Ravenswood slept peacefully, Sarah took a final glance at the memorial. The memories of that fateful night were now woven into the fabric of the town's identity, a thread that connected each resident to a history of courage, unity, and the triumph over the supernatural. The stars above Ravenswood seemed to shimmer with approval, as if the cosmos itself acknowledged the town's journey from darkness to light. The alliance of guardians remained ever watchful, ensuring that the tales of the supernatural that echoed through the town's history would continue to be stories of triumph rather than terror. And so, Ravenswood stood as a living testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a beacon that proved, time and again, that even in the face of the supernatural, communities could rise above fear, embrace unity, and turn the shadows into stepping stones toward a future bathed in the light of understanding. Generations passed, and Ravenswood's legacy as a sanctuary against the supernatural endured. The Alliance of Guardians became a revered institution, with members passing down their knowledge and responsibilities from one era to the next. The town's reputation attracted individuals with a keen interest in the mystical, turning it into a hub for both the curious and those in need of protection. Sarah, now an elder among the Guardians, found solace in the continuation of her life's work. She had become a repository of wisdom, a living library of the town's history and the arcane. Her presence, though marked by the weight of the past, radiated a sense of reassurance to those who sought guidance. The guardianship expanded beyond the borders of Ravenswood, establishing connections with similar organizations around the world. The town had become a nexus, a place where the threads of the supernatural wove together in a tapestry that transcended geographical boundaries. The Alliance became a global force against the unknown, pooling resources, knowledge, and expertise to confront challenges that transcended the ordinary. As the guardianship evolved, so did the understanding of the supernatural. Scientific minds collaborated with mystics, and technological advancements merged with ancient practices. The boundaries between magic and science blurred, and Ravenswood stood at the forefront of a new era where the mystical was explored with a rigorous curiosity that rivaled the scientific method. The town, once known for its dark secrets, had transformed into a center of learning and enlightenment. Researchers, scholars, and students flocked to Ravenswood to unravel the mysteries that lingered in its air. The once scarred landscape now bore the marks of progress as laboratories and study centers replaced the haunted relics of the past. Sarah, having played a pivotal role in the town's transformation, took pride in witnessing the flourishing of Ravenswood. The memorial that once stood as a testament to sacrifice had become a symbol of triumph, a reminder that the human spirit could endure and overcome even the most malevolent of forces. Families in Ravenswood carried stories of the supernatural from one generation to another, passing down the torch of guardianship. Children grew up with a deep respect for the arcane, their bedtime stories filled with tales of courage, unity, and the victory of light over darkness. The young guardians trained under the watchful eyes of their elders, preparing to face challenges that awaited them beyond the town's protective borders. Ravenswood's annual Supernatural Symposium became a global event, attracting enthusiasts, scholars, and practitioners from diverse backgrounds. The town's streets bustled with activity as people engaged in discussions, attended lectures, and participated in workshops that explored the myriad facets of the supernatural. Ravenswood, once shrouded in mystery, had become a beacon of knowledge and understanding. As the decades unfolded, Sarah's role as a guardian shifted from active participation to mentorship. The responsibilities of leading the Alliance now rested in capable hands, and she took joy in watching the next generation of guardians embrace their destinies. Her days were spent guiding, advising, and imparting the wisdom that came with a lifetime dedicated to the supernatural. One night, beneath a sky adorned with stars, Sarah gathered the current generation of guardians at the memorial. The town had come a long way since that fateful night, and the guardians stood united, a living testament to the resilience of Ravenswood. With a quiet strength, Sarah addressed her successors. "Our duty is not just to protect Ravenswood, but to ensure that the flame of understanding continues to burn bright. The supernatural is a part of our world, and it is our responsibility to navigate its mysteries and share our knowledge with those who seek the light." The guardians nodded in solemn agreement, their eyes reflecting the torchbearer's flame within. The town's legacy had become intertwined with their own, and as they stood together at the memorial, the echoes of the past harmonized with the promise of the future. Ravenswood, once a town shrouded in shadows, now stood as a testament to the triumph of the human spirit over the unknown. The Alliance of Guardians, a bridge between the mystical and the mundane, ensured that the stories of the supernatural were not tales of terror, but narratives of courage, unity, and the enduring pursuit of knowledge. As the night deepened, the Guardians dispersed, their lanterns illuminating the cobblestone streets. Ravenswood slept peacefully, cradled in the embrace of those who had faced the supernatural and emerged victorious. The town, once bound by a curse, now thrived as a symbol of hope, a place where the ordinary and the extraordinary coexisted in a delicate dance that spoke of resilience and the unyielding strength of the human spirit. And so, Ravenswood continued its journey through time, a town with a history etched in the stars and a future guided by the unwavering resolve of those who stood as its guardians. The tales of courage and triumph echoed through the corridors of history, ensuring that the supernatural remained not a source of fear, but a realm waiting to be explored, understood, and embraced by those who dared to look beyond the veil. The years passed, weaving a tapestry of continued prosperity and mystique for Ravenswood. The guardianship, now a well-established institution, flourished under the guidance of the successors of Sarah. The town's influence extended even further, becoming a beacon for those who sought not only refuge from the supernatural, but also a deeper understanding of the mystical forces that governed the universe. Ravenswood's Supernatural Symposium grew into a spectacle of global significance, drawing luminaries from various fields. The town's ancient libraries and archives, once guarded secrets, now served as repositories of knowledge accessible to scholars and enthusiasts alike. Researchers and seekers from around the world flocked to Ravenswood to unravel the secrets that had long eluded humanity. In the midst of this renaissance, a new challenge emerged. Reports of disturbances, dark omens, and unexplained phenomena echoed from distant corners of the globe. The Alliance of Guardians expanded its reach, deploying teams to investigate and address the rising tide of supernatural occurrences. Ravenswood had become not only a sanctuary, but a hub for a global network of guardians ready to face the unknown. Sarah, though having passed the mantle of leadership, remained an integral part of Ravenswood's story. Her insights, gleaned from a lifetime of experience, continued to guide the Guardians. As the elder stateswoman of the Alliance, she convened councils where the collective wisdom of centuries echoed through discussions, debates, and decisions that shaped the course of their ongoing battle against the paranormal. The town's landscape transformed with the integration of advanced technologies alongside ancient wards. Ravenswood had become a living experiment, a harmonious blend of tradition and innovation. The once hidden chambers beneath the town were now research facilities where scientists collaborated with mystics, conducting experiments that sought to demystify the supernatural. With every passing year, the Alliance faced new challenges, ancient entities reawakening, cryptic prophecies unfolding, and interdimensional rifts threatening to spill malevolence into their reality. Yet, Ravenswood stood resolute, a bastion of knowledge and courage that met each challenge head-on. The Guardians, now a diverse group representing various cultures and backgrounds, brought their unique perspectives to the table. The synergy of their collective experiences enriched Ravenswood's understanding of the supernatural, transcending cultural boundaries and creating a global community bound by a common purpose. In the heart of the town, a grand institute of supernatural studies stood tall, symbolizing Ravenswood's commitment to the pursuit of knowledge. It became a place where young minds were nurtured, where the Guardians of Tomorrow honed their skills, and where the mysteries of the supernatural were explored with a scientific rigor that rivaled the most prestigious academic institutions. Sarah's role as a mentor expanded as she shared her experiences not only with the Guardians, but also with the scholars and researchers who sought to demystify the supernatural. Her journey, once marked by fear and tragedy, had transformed into a legacy of enlightenment and empowerment. One night, as the Guardians gathered beneath the starlit sky, Sarah spoke, her voice carrying the weight of centuries. "Our journey is far from over. The supernatural is a vast tapestry, and Ravenswood must continue to unravel its threads. But remember, knowledge is not just a weapon. It is a bridge that connects us to the unknown. As Guardians, our duty is not only to protect, but to understand, to ensure that the supernatural becomes a force that enriches rather than threatens." The Guardians listened with reverence, their eyes reflecting the torchbearer's flame that had passed through generations. Ravenswood, once a town marred by curses, now stood as a symbol of enlightenment and unity in the face of the inexplicable. As the night unfolded, the Guardians dispersed to their respective duties, each carrying a piece of the town's legacy with them. Ravenswood slept peacefully, guarded by those who had faced the supernatural and emerged as stewards of its mysteries. And so the tale of Ravenswood continued to be written in the annals of history, a narrative that unfolded not as a chronicle of fear, but as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. The town, guided by the Guardians and fueled by a ceaseless thirst for understanding, stood at the forefront of a world where the ordinary and the supernatural coexisted in a delicate balance. In the quiet hours before dawn, Sarah stood by the memorial, the names of the fallen illuminated by the soft glow of moonlight. The past, present and future converged in that moment, and as Ravenswood embraced the approaching dawn, it did so not as a town haunted by its history, but as a beacon that illuminated the path toward a future where the mysteries of the supernatural were not feared but embraced, and where the unknown became a realm of endless discovery and boundless potential. The decades rolled on, and Ravenswood continued to flourish as a sanctuary for those touched by the supernatural. The Alliance of Guardians, now a global force, remained vigilant against the ebb and flow of paranormal energies. The town had become a symbol of unity, a place where people from all walks of life converged to explore the mystical and face the unexplained. The Supernatural Symposium, held annually, drew larger crowds each year. Ravenswood streets teemed with the curious, the scholars, and the enthusiasts. The town, once shrouded in secrecy, now embraced its role as a nexus of knowledge, where the ancient met the modern and the mundane intertwined with the magical. The Institute of Supernatural Studies expanded its curriculum, offering degrees in parapsychology, mystical sciences, and the exploration of alternate dimensions. Students from around the world flocked to Ravenswood, eager to unravel the mysteries that had captivated the human imagination for centuries. In the midst of this evolution, Sarah's presence remained a guiding force. Her ageless wisdom and experiences were cherished by the Guardians, scholars, and students alike. Her stories, shared in the hallowed halls of the Institute, inspired a new generation to view the supernatural not as a source of fear, but as a realm of infinite possibilities waiting to be explored. Ravenswood, now a bustling metropolis of enlightenment, faced challenges beyond the scope of what had been encountered in its haunted past. The Alliance of Guardians extended its influence to untangle global paranormal phenomena. Mysterious disappearances, haunting apparitions, and unexplained phenomena that baffled even the most seasoned experts. As the town embraced technological advancements, Ravenswood became a hub for cutting-edge research in supernatural fields. Laboratories equipped with state-of-the-art instruments sought to demystify the arcane, bridging the gap between the observable and the inexplicable. The Council of Guardians, a diverse assembly representing different cultures, backgrounds, and expertise, met regularly to address the challenges that arose. The Alliance, once centered around the protection of Ravenswood, now stood as a beacon of hope for humanity in the face of the unknown. One night, beneath the glow of the moon, Sarah addressed a gathering of guardians, scholars, and students at the Institute. Our journey has been one of transformation. Ravenswood was once a town burdened by a curse, and now it is a global epicenter for the exploration of the supernatural. But our work is not done. As long as there are mysteries yet unraveled, as long as there are forces yet understood, our purpose endures. The crowd listened with rapt attention, the torchbearer's flame reflected in their eyes. Sarah continued, "The Alliance of Guardians must adapt, evolve, and continue to be the bridge between the known and the unknown. Our commitment is not just to Ravenswood, but to the entirety of humanity, to ensure that the supernatural becomes a source of enlightenment rather than dread." The town's memorial, now expanded to honor the Guardians who had ventured beyond Ravenswood's protective borders, stood as a testament to sacrifice and resilience. Each name etched into the stone was a reminder that the pursuit of understanding came with its own share of challenges, but it was a journey worth undertaking. As the night unfolded, the Guardians dispersed to their respective duties, carrying the torch of knowledge into the uncharted territories of the supernatural. Ravenswood, with its gleaming towers and bustling streets, slept under the watchful eyes of those who had embraced the unknown with courage and curiosity. The Institute's laboratories buzzed with activity, researchers tirelessly working to unveil the secrets that lingered just beyond the veil. The town had become a melting pot of ideas, where science and mysticism danced in tandem, unlocking doorways to dimensions yet undiscovered. In the quiet hours before dawn, Sarah stood by the memorial, her gaze lingering on the names that adorned the stone. The town, once marred by tragedy, now stood as a living testament to the triumph of human spirit over the enigmatic forces that had once threatened its existence. And so, Ravenswood's story continued to unfold, a narrative woven with threads of resilience, knowledge, and a relentless pursuit of the extraordinary. The town, once haunted by the specters of its past, had become a beacon that illuminated the path toward a future where the supernatural was not a source of fear, but an invitation to explore the boundless wonders that lay beyond the known. The years pressed on, and Ravenswood's status as a global hub for supernatural exploration solidified. The Institute expanded further, attracting brilliant minds from various disciplines, creating a collaborative environment where science and mysticism coexisted. The town streets thrummed with the energy of progress, as breakthrough after breakthrough was made in understanding the enigmatic forces that governed the supernatural. Ravenswood's annual Supernatural Symposium had evolved into a week-long extravaganza that drew not only scholars and researchers, but also the curious from all corners of the globe. The symposium became a celebration of knowledge, a melting pot of ideas where the boundaries between the ordinary and the extraordinary blurred. The Guardians, now a multinational assembly, collaborated on a scale unimaginable in the days when the curse loomed over Ravenswood. They convened in the council chambers, discussing not only local matters, but also global occurrences that demanded their attention. The Alliance had become a united front, a force to be reckoned with in the face of any paranormal threat. Sarah, now a revered elder, was honored not just within Ravenswood, but internationally. Her words carried the weight of centuries, and her presence inspired both the seasoned Guardians and the budding scholars who sought to follow in her footsteps. Her memoirs became essential reading for anyone delving into the supernatural arts. The Institute's graduates fanned out across the world, carrying the torch of knowledge to every corner. Some became researchers, others teachers, and a few even ventured into the field as practitioners of the mystical arts. Ravenswood's influence reached into the darkest corners of the unknown, illuminating the shadows with the light of understanding. The town's technological advancements were not limited to the scientific realm. A digital network, known as the Arcane Nexus, connected mystics, scholars, and guardians worldwide. It served as a platform for the exchange of ideas, findings, and warnings about emerging supernatural threats. Ravenswood had become a virtual nexus, binding together those who sought to unravel the mysteries of the supernatural. However, the challenges persisted. New dimensions were discovered, each bringing its own set of rules and entities. Guardians faced not only ancient beings that had slept undisturbed for eons, but also emergent forces born from the ever-evolving tapestry of the supernatural. The Alliance remained vigilant, adapting its strategies to face threats that were as diverse as the cultures it represented. One fateful night, as the Council of Guardians met beneath the vaulted ceilings of Ravenswood's central meeting hall, a disturbance rippled through the Arcane Nexus. Reports poured in from multiple sources, a convergence of energies, a disturbance in the fabric of reality that defied explanation. The Guardians knew that this was a challenge that could not be ignored. Sarah, though no longer in the front lines, offered her insights. "We stand at the precipice of the unknown. Our journey has been one of triumph, but it is in moments like these that we must unite and face the enigma that looms before us. Ravenswood has become a beacon of knowledge, and it is our duty to ensure that the light of understanding prevails." The Guardians, representing diverse cultures and traditions, nodded in agreement. The town, once scarred by curses, had become a symbol of unity that transcended boundaries. As they prepared to face the emerging threat, a sense of purpose permeated the air, a reminder that the journey of Ravenswood and the Alliance of Guardians was an ongoing saga, an uncharted exploration into the frontiers of the supernatural. In the heart of Ravenswood, beneath the moonlit sky, the Guardians gathered. The memorial, now expanded to honor not only the fallen, but also the victories, stood as a testament to the town's indomitable spirit. The legacy of Ravenswood, a living story etched in the stars, beckoned those who dared to venture beyond the veil. And so, the Guardians embarked on a new chapter, the echoes of the past harmonizing with the promise of the future. Ravenswood, a town that had faced the shadows head-on and emerged victorious, stood ready to confront the enigma that awaited. The Alliance, bound by a common purpose, ventured forth into the mysteries of the supernatural, knowing that their journey was not only a testament to the triumph of human spirit, but an enduring exploration of the limitless wonders that lay beyond the known. The Guardians, their resolve steeled, initiated a coordinated effort to investigate the disturbance reported through the Arcane Nexus. Teams of mystics, scientists, and seasoned Guardians were dispatched to various locations where the energies converged. Ravenswood, with its central position in the network, served as the command center for the operation. As the teams delved into their respective assignments, they encountered anomalies that defied explanation. Temporal rifts, dimensional overlaps, and echoes from ancient realms manifested in ways that challenged the very fabric of reality. The Guardians were faced not only with the unknown, but with a convergence of supernatural forces that tested the limits of their collective knowledge. In the central command chamber of Ravenswood, Sarah, alongside the current torchbearers of the Alliance, monitored the reports pouring in from the field. The air buzzed with a mixture of tension and determination as the Guardians exchanged insights and hypotheses. The disturbance, they realized, was not merely a random occurrence, but a deliberate manifestation of an intelligence beyond their understanding. Sarah, drawing from the depth of her experiences, spoke, "This is not a threat we can confront conventionally. We need to tap into the combined wisdom of the Guardians, the mystics, and the scholars. Our understanding of the supernatural must evolve, just as Ravenswood has evolved over the centuries." The Council of Guardians, augmented by the insights of scholars and mystics from around the world connected through the Arcane Nexus, convened in a virtual meeting. The exchange of knowledge spanned continents, cultures, and centuries, creating a tapestry of understanding that transcended the limitations of individual perspectives. In the field, the Guardians faced challenges that strained their abilities to the limit. Time loops, illusions, and encounters with entities that existed outside the boundaries of known dimensions tested their resilience. Yet, fueled by the collective wisdom flowing through the Arcane Nexus, they pressed on, determined to unravel the mystery that lay at the heart of the disturbance. As the investigation progressed, patterns began to emerge. Cryptic symbols, ancient incantations, and echoes of long-forgotten prophecies hinted at an intelligence that surpassed human comprehension. The disturbance, it seemed, was not a random anomaly, but a deliberate message from a force that sought to communicate with the Guardians. In a climactic moment, as the Guardians deciphered the patterns embedded in the supernatural tapestry, a revelation unfolded. The disturbance was not a threat, but a plea for assistance from a realm on the brink of collapse. An ancient civilization, imprisoned within a pocket dimension, reached out to the Alliance of Guardians, seeking their expertise in navigating the delicate balance between existence and oblivion. The Guardians, their purpose clear, shifted their focus from defense to exploration. Utilizing the knowledge gleaned from the arcane nexus, they devised a ritual that would create a bridge between dimensions, allowing them to communicate with the trapped civilization. Ravenswood's central chamber became the epicenter of the ritual, as the Guardians, scholars, and mystics channeled their collective energy to breach the barriers that separated the realms. As the ritual unfolded, the air in Ravenswood crackled with supernatural energy. The boundaries between the known and the unknown wavered, creating a moment of profound connection. Through the bridge, the Guardians received visions of the distant realm, a world on the verge of annihilation where time flowed erratically and reality itself teetered on the edge of collapse. Sarah, her eyes reflecting the weight of the revelation, spoke the words that would echo through the dimensional bridge. "We stand as guardians not only of Ravenswood, but as stewards of the supernatural. Our duty extends beyond our known world, and we must offer our assistance to those who seek refuge in our understanding." The Guardians, their purpose renewed, extended their hands through the dimensional bridge, reaching out to the trapped civilization. A dialogue unfolded, transcending language and comprehension, as the Alliance of Guardians shared their knowledge, offering a lifeline to a civilization on the brink. As the ritual neared its completion, the Guardians felt a surge of gratitude and energy from the distant realm. The dimensional bridge closed, leaving Ravenswood's central chamber bathed in an otherworldly glow. The disturbance had transformed into an alliance, a connection forged through the collective efforts of those who dared to explore the supernatural. In the aftermath, as the Guardians caught their breath, Sarah addressed the assembly. "Our journey is one of endless discovery. Ravenswood, once haunted by its own past, has become a beacon that reaches beyond the boundaries of our reality. The alliance we've forged tonight is a testament to the potential of the supernatural, not just as a source of mystery, but as a force that unites, enlightens, and connects us across dimensions." And so, Ravenswood stood at the threshold of a new era. The Alliance of Guardians, having transcended the limitations of the known, ventured forth into uncharted territories of the supernatural. The town, once bound by curses, had become a nexus of understanding that reached far beyond the horizon of the ordinary. As the sun rose over Ravenswood, casting its golden light on the town, the Guardians looked to the future with a sense of purpose and anticipation. The legacy of Sarah, the Alliance, and the town itself had become intertwined with the ever-unfolding story of the supernatural. The journey, it seemed, had no end, only endless possibilities waiting to be explored in the uncharted realms that lay beyond the veil. The aftermath of the alliance forged with the distant realm ushered in a new era for Ravenswood. The town, now recognized as a bastion of understanding and cooperation between dimensions, became a hub for interdimensional diplomacy. Delegations from various supernatural realms sought the guidance of the Guardians, and Ravenswood's central chamber transformed into a meeting ground for beings from worlds beyond. The town's reputation as a sanctuary expanded, not only for those seeking protection from malevolent forces, but also for entities seeking refuge or assistance. The dimensional bridge, once a conduit for communication, evolved into a nexus for exchange, a gateway through which knowledge, culture, and wisdom flowed between realms. Sarah, having played a crucial role in this paradigm shift, found herself at the forefront of interdimensional relations. Her timeless wisdom became a bridge not only between the Guardians, but between the diverse entities that sought Ravenswood's guidance. The central chamber, adorned with symbols from different realms, stood as a testament to the town's ability to embrace the unknown with open arms. The Institute of Supernatural Studies, now a global institution, took on a new dimension. Courses on interdimensional diplomacy, dimensional physics, and the coexistence of beings from different realms became essential components of the curriculum. Students, both human and supernatural, flocked to Ravenswood to learn from the experiences that transcended the boundaries of their own understanding. The Arcane Nexus, once a digital network connecting minds across the globe, expanded to include nodes in various dimensions. Scholars from distant realms contributed their insights, and the exchange of knowledge between worlds created a cosmic symphony of understanding that resonated throughout the supernatural tapestry. In the town's streets, a vibrant interdimensional market emerged. Beings from different realms traded artifacts, knowledge, and experiences, creating a marketplace where the boundaries between the mundane and the mystical blurred. Ravenswood had become a melting pot, not only for different human cultures, but for the rich diversity of supernatural entities that coexisted within its borders. As the Guardians ventured into realms beyond, they encountered challenges that surpassed anything they had faced before. Each dimension brought its own set of rules, energies, and entities, requiring the Guardians to adapt and learn anew. The Alliance, now a cosmic force, expanded its reach to protect not only Ravenswood, but the delicate balance between realms. One night, as the Guardians convened beneath the stars, a delegation from a distant realm appeared through the dimensional bridge. Representatives, adorned in ethereal garments, expressed their gratitude for Ravenswood's role in their salvation. Through a translator well-versed in the nuances of interdimensional communication, they conveyed their desire to establish a formal alliance with the town. Sarah, with humility and grace, accepted the offer on behalf of Ravenswood. The alliance, now spanning not only different realms, but entire dimensions, vowed to work together for the prosperity, understanding, and coexistence of all beings. In the central chamber, as the delegates from different dimensions departed, Sarah addressed the assembly of Guardians. "Our journey has taken us beyond the limits of what we once thought possible. Ravenswood is no longer just a town. It is a bridge that connects realms, a haven for those seeking refuge, and a beacon that illuminates the potential of coexistence." The Guardians nodded, their eyes reflecting the kaleidoscope of experiences that had shaped their understanding. The legacy of Ravenswood, once tied to a curse, now extended beyond the confines of Earth into the vastness of the supernatural multiverse. And so, Ravenswood continued its journey as a town that defied the conventional, a town where the supernatural was not a source of fear, but an invitation to explore the boundless possibilities of existence. The Guardians, now cosmic stewards, stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, their commitment unwavering in the face of the unknown. As the dimensional bridge closed, Ravenswood slept peacefully under the watchful eyes of those who had embraced not only their own destinies, but the destinies of realms beyond. The story of the town, now interwoven with the stories of countless dimensions, echoed through the corridors of time, reminding all who encountered it that the pursuit of knowledge, understanding, and unity was an eternal journey that transcended the limits of reality itself. Ravenswood, now a nexus of interdimensional cooperation, entered a new phase in its storied existence. The dimensional bridge, once a conduit for communication, evolved into a bustling thoroughfare connecting worlds, realms, and planes of existence. The town streets, once witness to the paranormal and the mystical, now hosted beings from myriad dimensions, engaging in cultural exchanges, trade, and cooperation. The central chamber, where the Council of Guardians convened, transformed into a cosmic parliament. Representatives from diverse realms, each possessing unique forms and energies, gathered to discuss matters that transcended the boundaries of their individual dimensions. Sarah, the ageless torchbearer, stood as a symbol of wisdom and unity, her presence bridging the disparate entities that now sought Ravenswood's guidance. The Institute of Supernatural Studies became a beacon of interdimensional learning. Courses on dimensional ethics, transplanar history, and universal diplomacy attracted students from across the cosmos. The town's libraries, once repositories of dark secrets, now housed tomes that chronicled the rich tapestry of existence itself. Ravenswood had become not only a sanctuary, but a cosmic academy where the pursuit of knowledge reached beyond the limits of the known. The arcane nexus, now a vast network spanning dimensions, pulsated with the collective consciousness of beings from distant realms. Scholars, mystics, and guardians exchanged insights, discoveries, and warnings across the cosmic web. Ravenswood, with its central position in the nexus, became a hub for information that transcended the boundaries of reality. As the Guardians ventured into realms beyond, they encountered civilizations with perspectives and histories as diverse as the stars themselves. The challenges they faced were not merely supernatural but existential, testing their adaptability, empathy, and understanding. Each journey into the unknown was a pilgrimage that expanded the Guardians' comprehension of the vast, interconnected web of existence. One fateful night, the dimensional bridge hummed with activity as a delegation from a dimension teetering on the brink of cosmic catastrophe arrived in Ravenswood. The beings, ethereal and luminescent, communicated through patterns of light and energy. Their plea echoed through the central chamber, resonating with a sense of urgency that stirred the hearts of all present. Sarah, with the humility that had defined her timeless wisdom, stepped forward as the voice of Ravenswood. Through the translation of the Nexus, she conveyed the town's commitment to aid those in need, to extend its sanctuary beyond the borders of Earth. The Alliance, now a cosmic force, pledged to assist the imperiled dimension, recognizing that their destinies were intertwined in the tapestry of existence. The Guardians, guided by the collective knowledge of the Nexus, initiated a complex ritual. The central chamber pulsed with energy as the cosmic forces aligned to create a bridge that would allow the Alliance to extend its protection to the endangered dimension. The beings from the imperiled realm, their energy resonating with gratitude, witnessed the manifestation of a lifeline from Ravenswood. The dimensional bridge, now expanded to encompass the endangered dimension, became a conduit for the transfer of energies, knowledge, and the essence of Ravenswood's sanctuary. The Guardians, their collective will focused on the task at hand, felt a profound connection that transcended the boundaries of space and time. As the ritual reached its zenith, a surge of transformative energy cascaded through the Nexus. The imperiled dimension stabilized, and the cosmic forces that threatened its existence were harmonized by the influence of Ravenswood's sanctuary. The beings from the distant realm, bathed in the newfound light of stability, expressed their gratitude in patterns of radiant energy that danced through the dimensional bridge. Sarah, standing at the epicenter of this cosmic exchange, felt the weight of the interconnected destinies that had unfolded under Ravenswood's watchful gaze. The town, once marked by curses, had become a linchpin that held together the fabric of existence itself. With the ritual complete, the dimensional bridge closed, leaving the central chamber bathed in the afterglow of cosmic harmony. The Guardians, their faces reflecting a mixture of satisfaction and awe, gathered in silent acknowledgement of the cosmic feat they had achieved. As the beings from the imperiled dimension departed, Sarah addressed the assembly, her voice carrying the resonance of centuries. Our journey has taken us beyond the boundaries of our world, into realms uncharted and destinies entwined. Ravenswood is not merely a town, it is a cosmic sanctuary that extends its embrace to all beings seeking refuge, understanding, and coexistence. The Guardians, now stewards of not only Earth, but dimensions beyond, nodded in unison. The legacy of Ravenswood, once bound by the curses of the past, had transcended into a cosmic saga that echoed through the corridors of time. In the quiet hours that followed, as Ravenswood slept under the celestial canopy, the Guardians gathered at the memorial. The names etched into the stone were not just a testament to the sacrifices of the past, but a living narrative of triumph, unity, and the boundless potential of the supernatural. As the sun rose, casting its golden rays upon Ravenswood, the Guardians looked toward the future with a sense of purpose that transcended the known and embraced the unknown. The town, now a cosmic epicenter, stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead in the tapestry of existence. The story of Ravenswood, now etched into the annals of cosmic history, became a beacon that illuminated the path toward a future where the supernatural was not feared but embraced, and where the interconnected destinies of beings from different realms harmonized in a symphony of existence. And so, Ravenswood continued its journey, a town that defied the conventional, a sanctuary that reached beyond the stars, and a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and unity across the vast cosmic expanse.